Hi, it's Hazel. Welcome to my channel, Hazel Anaka Design. Today, the project at hand is another very easy one. If you have flowers, and they can be, silk flowers, they can be paper flowers, they can be these little felt ones that you can buy in packages like from the dollar store. And if you have brads, then you are in business. I didn't think of this myself, even though it is as simple as the day is long. In something that I thrifted, I found this. Now, I don't think it's particularly attractive, but the idea is sound. So there is a decorative brad in the middle, and I guess they tried really hard to match the colors of that brad. I don't think it was particularly successful. In fact, if I were doing this, I'd get rid of those colors. See, I think that looks so much better. Hey, it's one of those eye of the beholder things. Anyway, I thought, well, I have brads. I don't use them nearly enough. I have silk flowers. Don't use them nearly enough. Why can't I do this? So I'm doing it. A long time ago, when I was in an attempt to get organized, I grouped what I thought were appropriate silk flowers into bags of colors. Oops, I see I've got some spillage going on here. So I just kind of, not to waste too much of your time, went through them and picked a variety of flowers because I think this idea is going to work with several types. And I've spilled out a few brads. Now, the other day also, when I started organizing my washi tape, I thought I have to change what I'm putting in which drawer. So I basically, not that these are really sorted, but they're just all in one tray now. Brads. So we'll look more at that in detail soon. I don't imagine we'll be using the diaper pin. Excuse me. So before I turned on the camera, I thought, okay, let's try one out. So this started out its life as this, and this is what it became. So let me show you what I did. And again, I almost feel silly. I'm going to turn on a bit of light here. I almost feel silly doing something that is so very easy. But I know that as a viewer of YouTube, I've also come across videos and thought, oh, that's so simple. Why didn't I think of it? So I'm taking the chance that this might trigger your brain cells as well. Excuse me. Okay, so with a flower like this, they typically come multi-head flowers, in a bush or on a stem. So you simply pull this back plastic part off. So I don't know, does anyone remember the anatomy of a flower? Is this a sepal? I don't know. Doesn't matter. This is the part. Whoa, that became a projectile. We're taking that off, which of course then releases this center. Now, this looks nice, especially if a person were to cut off that. It almost looks like a mini mushroom. But if a person were to cut off this little plastic stem here, this is flocked and it looks pretty good. So so far I'm saving those. And of course, the hole is already there because they had to shove that plastic thing in. And, these are simply petals. So if you want to change the angle, or if you want to take two flowers and layer them up, you saw that in this prototype, they used something like 4, they use 6 different petals. Now, again, wrong colors in my opinion, but that doesn't mean, and we'll probably use these here. Quite often in junk journals, well, 9 out of 10 times, we want there to be as little bulk as possible. So I sort of had pre-selected this. It says memory. And again, the only reason being that it goes color-wise. So again, I was saying they're petals. So if you want it to look fuller, then just give that a wee bit of a turn. And all of a sudden it looks like you have twice as many petals instead of having them all stacked up. Now, of course, we know that with the brad, you just bend the prongs and you're done. However, on some of these flowers, and I do have a small example here. This was a little paper flower. I ended up trimming those prongs simply because they were way too long. Now, I believe that in my case, with all of these, I would probably just be gluing them down to something. So I'm not going to worry about the back at all. I honestly can't really imagine a scenario where the back side of this would be visible to anybody. So, you know, these are as cute as can be, but honestly, they don't seem to cut worth a darn anymore. So maybe I need to use something a little... I wonder if I... You know, like, things do get wrecked if you misuse them. I didn't think I did, but anyway, it is really struggling to cut through this, and that's not as it should be. So maybe I'll pull out a bigger set because I don't want to have to chew through this, or you shouldn't have to do that, because now I have this thing that is turned up and is becoming even more of a pain and a danger. Let's see if I just quickly grab another little plier here. I found when I was looking through the drawer the other day, I'm just curving that in the other direction so it's less likely to stab me or anyone else. I found that I have many more sets of these. Most of them, like this, has a cutting function right there, so maybe we'll see if that one's sharper. If not, I'll have to find something better to work with. Same sort of flower. I'll maybe do another one. Not that there's any... oh, did I use the wrong... Oh, no, this is the one I had picked out for this. Okay, so again, just peel this off. If you've ever worked with silk flowers or had silk flower arrangement or something, you know that sometimes these things crack and then they don't hold the petals the way they're supposed to, and then you get really mad at them. Well, in this case, we want to deconstruct them. Again, I'm just going to sort of give this a half turn, and oh, that's not it. So did I manage to... Didn't catch on my... Oh, here it is. Again, some of these, you know, they're cute, but unless you use them, what good is cute? So again, you know, it's not heavy duty metal, so I just finger, you know, bend them with my finger. Now, I guess that what I'm seeing is that because the center, the brad that I'm using is bigger in diameter than this little flocked center, it is pushing the petals down a little bit. So you can see that these two things look different. Again, nothing wrong with that, and that's probably better if we want, if you want it to be as flat as possible. Not quite sure what this is, but let's cut it up and use it. These are paper. Obviously got this in some little package. Now that is, I'd say, like a plum center. So do we have anything? So I have this that is, I'd say, brown or plum. That could easily be done here. So why don't we, oh, I need my, since there is no hole in this one, I'm taking, oh, I think that's maybe, well, maybe that would be a good size. It's the little, I don't know, what is that, 1/8 maybe? Going to try to center this. Oh, I bought these used, and I can see, I forgot to, I should have had it under there. This is a bit finicky, but hey, it was cheap. So, oh, see, that almost covers it. Now, did that change the overall? And look how nice and cute and short these prongs are. Whoops. Did that change the overall look of the flower? No, probably not from where you're sitting at home. But it does add a bit of dimension. So a little bit cute. Okay, so we won't bother doing any more of those. The other the other way we sometimes get flowers is like this. You know, they're essentially one piece of fabric stuffed on a thing, on a plastic stem, and they come off very easily. You just pull them off. So, well, I don't want to, I'll do a couple. You know, I'm the kind of person that would think, oh, I'm going to save time, I'm going to pull them all off, and then realize at some future project, boy, if only I had 3 on a stem, wouldn't that be great? You know, because if a person, say, we're working on a, maybe a journal topper or something, where you can afford to have more depth, that looks good. So I will put these guys back in the green basket. Now let's hope I have something that I can use on that color. Again, I didn't want to dump every single thing out. I do have some very teeny tiny ones, but if I know anything about Murphy's Law, they're going to be right at the bottom. See, and then I end up with something like this. Girly. Well, am I ever going to use this? I doubt it. So I should also be culling some of this. Oh, maybe this is where the tiny ones are. Okay, so we have these with the little colored stones. We have, okay, this one is kind of like a pewter color. Maybe let's use that. Whoa. And maybe, I thought I picked 3 flowers off there, or was it just 2? Maybe in this case, there's slight color variation, it seems. So maybe just to make it a little more substantial, maybe we'll put both of those petals there. Again, the inclination is for them to just fall into, you know, kind of the path of least resistance. That looks classier than the this little plastic thing. Yes, yes. I just love those tiny little prongs. They're so cute. Okay, let's do, we have some of these neutral ones. So I'll just pull a few of these off as well. course, if you're going kind of, maybe I'll do a few different options here, and that way you can see how you can change the essence of the look by the choices you make. So, and this of course could be further grunged up if a person, just used a dirty brush against it. White, let's try, see what white would look like. Oh, they're so fiddly. So fiddly. I don't know if I care for that. Pink is probably going to look not so good. Sometimes that hole is offset, so that's creates a bit of an issue too. Let me see if I can dump out a few more of these tiny ones. I also have a few of these alphabet ones. Now these, they have little prongs, but I think this is more like you'd find like on a Western shirt or something. Oh, I see some little pale green ones. Of course I won't be, oh, look. Look how cute. Let's try a green one. And I think, are they all off center? Maybe this one looks like it's centered a bit. Maybe this time I'll put 3 petals. And again, it's playing, but it's also totally reversible. If you don't like a particular, that will probably look better on the green. If you don't like a particular choice that you've made, you just don't. Okay, let's take the green out and let's use, I see a tiny little brassy looking one. Oh, is it long enough to go through these 3 layers? Because of course that is the other danger. Too long is one problem. Geez, I should have taken my sweater off. The minute I close the door here into this room, because I don't want noise or my husband coming in and, interrupting the process, then it gets really warm in here. Okay, just barely. Oh, that's cute. So cute. Okay, I've got 2 shades of green here. Maybe let's use this. Okay, we'll do these 3 green ones. I hope, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're spending some time with me. I hope you're crafting along. That sometimes I try to, I don't know, maybe it's a doomed strategy, but sometimes I try to be clever with my YouTube video titles, thinking, oh, that might encourage people to, tune in and check it out. But usually it becomes pretty clear early on in the video what is actually going to be happening. So I know most of the time I forget to say it. It certainly is a good idea, especially if you think, oh yeah, I'm into that. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm disappointed with those wire cutters. If it looks like, oh yes, that's a heck of a good idea, I should work along with her, because if I don't, it'll be one of those good ideas that I promptly forget. So, you know, like I say, even if I don't say it, a person should definitely just rush over and get their supplies. Oh, I forgot that I put a staple through here. As I come across things that I want to turn into video ideas, topics, wonder if that would look more realistic if I flipped. So this one looks like it's up. This one looks like it's down. So let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, I have one of these that looks like, oh, maybe that's not the greatest. Probably never use this one otherwise, so let's just try this. Or would that match that one better? So yeah, I set things aside in a certain area as a reminder. Okay, kid, this was your intention. Do it. What are you waiting for? I'm just trying to flatten this a bit. I'm not going to trim those. Yeah, that could be cute. Let's do something with the lighter blue petals. Same thing. I'm going to turn that over. Maybe it poofs it up a bit. Oh, another one of those girly ones. Sorry, you probably can't see over here, but yeah, that's that same blue vinyl-y one. This is fabric. I wonder. Here's green fabric. Not for this, obviously. Polka dot. Hey, that one would be cute. It's got some light blue polka dots in it. There's something. Looks kind of bejeweled. This is blue and green. Here's a little plaid of some sort. This one says happiness. So, you know, again, I didn't set out to buy these. They were all thrifted. So by using them, oh, look, a clock face. Didn't realize I had that. Keepsake. Those ones that are, excuse me, kind of yellowish. Oh, fleur-de-lis. Guess whose bag that's going into? Always laugh. This is kind of different too. It's got some kind of glittery stuff there. We'll maybe try that one as well. So, you know, you find some of this stuff at a thrift store, and then this is the best. And then you throw it in wherever you store stuff and promptly forget about it. Oh, this is nice. Too small for that, but now I don't have it in this particular tray, but we know that there are those brass ladybug. Excuse me. Those brass office brads. Those, I don't even know if they still make them, but sort of vintagey ones. Oh, here's another one of those plaids. That could work there too. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, I had picked this out before I started the video. Is that not cute? But do I want it? I could add a few more blossoms, maybe. This is all the same, I think. No, that's a green one. Maybe I'll just go with the two so I don't take the time to. Yeah, and just trying to give these a half turn. So yes, I think that was my last, my last lucid thought. I hope that you, if you see an idea you like, that you rush, put me on pause and run and get your supplies and do it. I know that sometimes we're multitasking and we can't just, drop whatever it is that we're doing. But I know there have been times, excuse me, where that's exactly what I would do. Because, well, number one, because I didn't know there was the option of saving videos. Like, boy, sometimes I would just amaze myself at how, at the simple things I don't know. Oh, what did we decide about the blue? Okay, that's an option. That's an option. Okay, I was going to turn this one upside down. This may be too small. Let's give it a shot and see what we think. See, compare that to that. This looks inadequate. So, what have we got that's bigger? That doesn't match. That doesn't. Well, do we want a clock face? I mean, blue and yellow is a legit color choice. What's this humongous one? That's green. Now, let's use this clock face. What are we going to save it for? Here's another blue one. But again, too small. See, that way it fills that whole indentation. Okay, I'll do one more, which is this one. Again, thrifted. There were a few of these in a package. I don't know why. Someone must have made them, I guess. I don't care for that center. Oh, and another thing I have here are these little butterflies, and they have a hole in their bodies. So, you know what? I have, but will I be able to find it? I have some of these. Let me find one, let me find one, let me find one. These little bar ones. That might look ridiculous on there. And I don't know, to be honest, if a person could keep it from turning. Some of them have two sets of prongs. Okay, these are probably too long. I thought I had a teenier, tinier one. Oh, and look how long some of them are. Well, clearly I can't find that now. So that's way too long. Okay, well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea. But if I do find an option, that might look ridiculous. Yes, that looks ridiculous. Here's a metallic. I mean, obviously an oblong shape would be better because butterfly bodies are elongated. They're not round. Again, should I be going for anatomical correctness? Probably not. Oh, you know what? There's a pink one. Why am I not using the pink one? Or Dusty Rose or whatever this is. Oh, here's a better pink. You guys are probably seeing choices on the spread out here on the table that are better. I'd say this is good. What's not to like? Oh, did this... This kind of got fused together probably with that glittering process. Oh, there it goes. Oh, let me find something for one of these and we will... Okay, what did I say was very beautiful here? That might be kind of cute. This might be even better. But I need something. I don't have a pokey tool here, but I do have my... When I scream, you'll know I've found the sharp end. Okay. I'm just going to use... First of all, I should probably try to peel this orange. Oh, no. Don't do that. An awl would have been better. That is beautiful. And of course, with any of these, whether they're silk or paper, you could modify the color a bit. Let's assemble what we have here. Okay. You can modify the color, of course, with ink or... Okie dokie, we didn't do that one. That one's done. There's a butterfly, this little pink guy, this little green guy. Oops. Probably... Is that all? That's a beautiful color. But it's not done. Oh, where's the little one like this? Well, I mean, oh, here it is. I was going to say, you saw me do it, so it's not like if I can't find it, it's not the end of the world. Now, do these not look better than... And you know what? This, well, I was going to say maybe I sprayed it, but again, I don't know. Maybe it came that way. Although this one has green on it. I think I might have sprayed these purple. Because, hey, why not? Okay, guys, I am going to stop here. But I hope that you consider making a bunch of these. Because, number one, they're quick, they're easy. You get to use up, and that's the playlist I'm using here. Use it, don't store it. The only thing is, if you have diaper pins, you're not going to be able to use them here. Yeah, make a bunch of these. Have them ready to just pull out and use. And life will be good. I guarantee it. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.